I want to start this video out by saying all constitutional rights invoked, none waived. I want to start this video out by saying all constitutional rights invoked, herein, none waived. All right, I'm gonna run a couple stories about these lotteries. Apparently, Texas just caught the Texas lottery using an app called Jackpocket to usurp a lottery prize for $88 million. Okay? This lottery prize was won by the people who own the store through this app called Jackpocket. Now, Arizona just had a winner. I think it was either January 17th or January 18th, okay? Right before Trump came in office on January 20th, both the Mega Millions and Powerball was hit that weekend. The Mega Millions was hit on that Friday, and the next day, the Powerball was hit on that Saturday. I find that to be ironic. I find that to be suspicious. I find that to be fraudulent activity. Okay? All right. So I'm going to run a couple of these stories, and we're going to look at that. And like I've been telling them, these lotteries are going to be audited because they think they could steal free money forever and ever and ever. Let's roll the footage.
No, it's rigged.
Do you play the lottery?
No, it's rigged.
Do you play the lottery?
No, it's rigged. Didn't y'all see the news special that came out that other people from other states have computers that can come in and it's rigged. Everything is rigged.
It's two people who won $1 billion each. We posted on Say Cheese, and they haven't
because it's not people, it's a computer. They can't come claim it because they've been exposed. They're not, man, the people who own the stores are winning them. Sammy, homie, it's rigged.
$3.5 million jackpot is the fifth largest in the history of Lotto Texas. The prize has been growing since June 2024. Each drawing without a success increases the total payout amount. It started at $5 million with a record of 102 drawings before Monday night's win, making it the longest running jackpot in the game's 30-plus year history. The lucky person chose the cash option and selected their own numbers, matching all six in Monday's drawing. They were 19, 21, 25, 45, 47, and 52. The ticket was purchased at the Winner's Corner on Rockwood Lane in North Austin. But it's not the first time someone walked away a winner after buying a ticket there. They've been on top for the number of winning tickets sold, including in December 2024 when someone bought a winning lottery ticket of $2 million.
Right.
Then in March of 2021, a Texas two-step ticket sold there won. It was worth more than $2 million as well. The business is considered a lottery courier, which allows Texans to buy tickets online. Then a courier will send a representative to physically purchase the ticket in person at one of these brick-and-mortar lottery retailers. Although many question the ethics and legality of how these lotto companies work, they've been legal in the state since 2019. The most recent win was even concerning to Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick, who went to conduct his own investigation at Winner's Corner on Tuesday evening.
Do you not see an issue where the public might lose confidence if the courier service somehow happened at this one location in the entire state of Texas, sold an $83 million winning ticket, and they also own the location that printed the ticket?
On February 14th, the Texas Lottery Commission asked the Attorney General's office if it has the authority to regulate transactions between couriers and customers. There's also an active lawsuit involving the Texas Lottery Commission. Former executive director of the Lottery Commission, Gary Grief, and a courier are being accused on money laundering, fraud, and manipulating the outcome of lottery games. However, they deny involvement. In a statement for Grief, his His attorney writes, quote, Gary Grief served the Texas Lottery Commission as executive director for approximately 15 years. He is proud of what he and his dedicated staff accomplished during those years. Gary adamantly denies being part of any dishonest, fraudulent, or illegal scheme during his tenure and looks forward to cooperating in any official inquiry addressing the allegations being made.
He's going to jail.
The new leads they're chasing down. Here's ABC's Clayton Sandell.
It's the lottery scam. Prosecutors say took a game of chance and removed the chance.
If you match all 5 numbers and the hot ball.
Powerball rigged? Last night, the $1.326 billion drawing was delayed over 3 hours, and as expected, after a peculiar delay, one person won it. And of course, you will never know who it is because they've built in protections for privacy. We were just supposed to assume that a person actually did win. Matt, this is crazy talk. You're a conspiracy theorist. Well, thank you. But this isn't the first time this has happened. 2022, the largest Powerball in history, over $2 billion. This drawing was delayed by 9 hours. 24% federal tax withholdings for Big Brother, and the remainder for an unknown secretive person. What is it about electronic machines picking winners with coincidental delays that makes me lose trust in the system? $1 billion on the line and electronic systems in place across various states seems to fumble. They literally have one job: check the tickets. But somehow, in the middle of the night, something changes. It almost seems like a winner is chosen rather than a winner wins fairly. But what do I know? I'm just a conspiracy theorist. But it does sound oddly familiar. Is the Powerball rigged?
So Lotto's open. It's 4:46 in the morning and still no Powerball number. Can you say fixed? Could you say fixed? Yeah. So Lotto.
Something very interesting happening. The lottery was not drawn. The Powerball was supposed to be $1.3 billion. The lottery jackpot, the Powerball jackpot drawing is supposed to take place at 11 p.m., but it didn't happen because there was a, quote, technical issue. According to the lottery, they're saying the issue was there was more time that was needed to complete a required pre-draw procedure. The Lottery Association saying, I'm going to read their statement right here. They're saying the Powerball game requires that every single ticket sold nationwide be checked and verified against 2 different computer systems before the winning numbers are drawn. This is done to ensure that every ticket sold for the Powerball drawing has been accounted for. And apparently, there's one extra jurisdiction that needs extra time to complete that process. So that's why they're saying that the lottery did not happen tonight. They say they're going to update people soon. They don't know when the drawing is going to take place. Make sure you're following me. I'll make a new video.
So I have a quick question for everyone. California makes up roughly 10% of the American population. Can someone explain to me why they win over 86% of the Mega Million drawings? Can you also explain to me why they win 94% of all drawings that are over $1 billion? I also find it interesting that 87% of all drawings go to states with the highest income taxes. The math isn't math, and I would love for someone to explain that to me. Sounds like fraud.
What about the lottery? Can we look into the lottery next? I know Elon and Doge is really busy with the Department of Treasury and the USAID, but something's been really fishy with the lottery for a little while now. Let's look into that. What about...
Now, as you could see, and as you could hear those stories, it's saying the same thing. This got to be looked into. It's so many people that's probably owed money because their prizes were stolen. Some of my prizes was stolen, and the last one was attempted to be stolen. So, yeah, they getting their day. This shit has come to light, and now the American people can see how much fraud has been going on up under the Democrats. So we're going to have to literally check everything because, in my opinion, everything was rigged and fraud and usurped. Okay? If you're not in their Democratic cabalist circle through secret society, and things like that, and if you're not a part of the club in some way, shape, or form, they don't let you win. That's why you could go into. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. This is for the police and the investigators. This is what I want you to do. This is gonna be the smoking gun. Go into the state attorney general's office in Ohio and look at all those cafes that's inside the state attorney general's office and audit all of them. You want to know why? Because they all sell a whole bunch of winners and it go back to their own people. Okay? So this is going on a massive level. Again, go to the state attorney general's office, to all the cafes in there, and look at how many winners they have on every floor all the time. Check that out.
Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is raising concern about the Texas lottery system, specifically with courier services. Couriers buy tickets on behalf of lottery players, often through phone apps. Patrick is concerned about fairness and transparency after an $83 million winning ticket was sold to a courier service that also owns the store where the ticket was bought. Fox 4 Stephen Dial in the newsroom to explain. Stephen.
Basically, you can just use an app. In this case, the app called Jackpocket. You buy a lottery ticket virtually, and they purchase your Texas ticket in person. The lieutenant governor acknowledges that's not illegal, but he says that was not what the law intended when the lottery began in 1991.
You sold an $83 million ticket yesterday.
Texas Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick took to social media confronting an employee at Winner's Corner, an Austin area business that sold a winning Texas lottery ticket. The ticket was purchased through an app called Jackpocket, which also owns Winner's Corner. Inside the store, Patrick's video showed a couple of terminals to buy lottery tickets and merchandise tables with board games for sale. But behind the public part of the store, Patrick said he saw dozens more of ticket terminals printing lottery tickets.
You went to Stop and Go, and they weren't selling anything but board games, and they had a couple of terminals out front, but behind the wall, they had 20, 30, 40 machines printing out tickets from a courier service, and they happened to win the ticket. I think people would say, it doesn't look right.
On the wall, he showed a sales tax license for both Winner's Corner and Jackpocket, whose parent company is DraftKings. Patrick acknowledges the business is not operating illegally, but he believes the intent of the Texas lottery system is to encourage in-person ticket sales to lottery players.
Either the lottery is going to have to answer a lot of questions and make a lot of changes, or they're going to be out of business. But the couriers are going to be gone one way or the other. They have to go. That's not the way the system was set up.
The Texas Lottery said in 2023, $173 million in winnings were through couriers. That's 9% of all lottery winnings that year.
I believe we're unfairly being lumped into these bulk purchasers, and I want to be totally upfront and transparent that we support the prohibition of bulk purchasing. We believe it does disrupt the integrity of the lottery.
Peter Sullivan is the vice president of lottery for DraftKings. A past North Texas incident showed a bulk ticket buying operation that resulted in a winning ticket. Sullivan says that's not how Jackpocket operates. DraftKings says this week's winner has lived in Texas for decades and has used the app for about 5 years. He spent $20 on this week's drawing. Do you see how someone could be concerned about an $83 million winning ticket being sold at the same place that is owned by the courier service?
I think there is a misconception that Jackpocket as a courier is buying all these tickets to try to win itself. No, we are buying them on behalf of customers that have been engaged.
And look who sells a $112 million Mega Millions ticket through the same app right before Trump took office. And then the next day, somebody won the Powerball right before Trump took office. Both Powerball and Mega Millions jackpots was hit that weekend on a Friday and on a Saturday, right before January 20th, the 17th and the 18th. So look, they used that same app and won. This is a big fraud operation. And they gonna get it because they've been doing this for a long time. They've been doing it for a long time. This shit is over with. And they going to jail. I told them.
Leave that about the police officers.
That's a general statement and a mischaracterization of what I said. I encourage you to read the rest of the interview. This is why snippets of information are often misleading and detrimental to this committee's advice and consent process.
If you consent, I would love to have 5 hours of questions, and then I could read the whole transcript.
You've got 2 minutes.
Wow.
It's the motherfucking DRE. Dr. Dre, motherfucker.
Jim, and I'm Shonda, and you're watching Lotteries. The first ball up is 3. The next is Meatball. The next is Meatball. And the last is Bread. Making tonight's lucky numbers 3, Meatball, Meatball, Bread. Back to you, Jim.
We're going to break down they shit. Any final words for the people? Au revoir.
This is grammatical cancer. Bitch, I heard you think I look handsome. Bitch, I'm gonna subpoena your cameras. Bitch. You failed from my black Picatinny reel.
See, as you can see, the more you fuck around, the more you're gonna find out.